Ravens and the Monarchs, and it comes your way next.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the London Monarchs and the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Another run here with Dobbins. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy, and that's exactly where he is now, number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8. And he will find his man on the outside. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And here's Jackson on the option. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. So how about that for your first carry of the game? Not bad.
How about that, and not bad at all. I think you earned yourself a little bit more work, partner, because that's what you want from your number 2 or your number 3 running backs. You want them to come in with the fresh legs, give your team a little jolt, and he did it right there. Best way to lobby for more playing time? Have runs like that.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is,
and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 24. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. The third down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Monarchs are able to move back in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Flush to his right. The quick feet by Jackson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but, you know, if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And Jackson going to hold on to it again, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 13-yard touchdown run as they have taken the lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anymore because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. London about set to take over on offense. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll drop to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket, and he wisely will throw that one away. An incomplete pass on first down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Jackson. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now it's Hines. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. On 2nd and 9. Jackson got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Hines. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On first down, Hines. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second down at the 22-yard line.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Now it's Jackson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
London about set to take over on offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Second and 11. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. This offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Hands it off out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
That is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jackson steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And taken right at the 35. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Back to throw again. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Monarchs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Lions who are out in front as they play the second quarter. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. We'll stay in the NFC East.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Able to avoid him at the 40. A gain of 3, second down. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Now the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
And defensively, you're going to have some guys with hands on hips looking to the heavens right now. You've got a fairly clean shot at the quarterback here, but he's able to worm his way out of that initial contact. And not only that, he's able to hot-foot it downfield for good yardage.
Jackson running again.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. To throw is Jackson. Quick slant. That's caught by the 5'11 Landry. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Being chased out left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now they try the right side here. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson complete to Likely. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's the option play now to the left. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
Well, I mean, Lamar Jackson, what more can we say at this point? He is a living, breathing highlight reel. And go ahead and tack on that last play to the list of big ones by number 8.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. That doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice consistent gain.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, evades him at the 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Cooper Kupp, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. London about set to take over on offense. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So they bring out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson now. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with a minute 56 to go. And on now is the punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they show confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Here's Jackson.
Buying time to his left. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Jackson's throw taken in by Landry. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Jackson to throw.
And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Throwing, Jackson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
McPherson on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Throw right side complete to Carter. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Jackson will throw again. One last shot at the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for our visitors, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.